Today we're going to be checking out the brand new Montblanc Explorer Platinum. So this is going to be the third fragrance in this line, so I guess officially the second flanker. We have the original, we have Explorer Blue, or Ultra Blue I think officially, and now this one. Ultra Blue was kind of a wash, it was okay, nothing to get super excited about. The original is really good, and it's going to be their take on Creed Aventus, and it's an affordable alternative, really nice one, great versatility, and you can get it for around $40 online. Great price. So we'll see how Platinum holds up. We'll see if it's anything like the original. That DNA doesn't look to be, but we'll have to find out, and we'll just see how it holds up. Retail price for this one's going to be a little bit rough. You know, it's going to be up over $100 or right around there. Once you can get this one at discounters, though, that'll be the true tell for if it's going to be worth it at that typical Montblanc Explorer price point, because that's kind of what it's going to be at some point. Okay, so here is the bottle. Looks pretty nice, very classy, pretty cool looking. Very similar to all of the others, but we just have a different color around there. I've always really been a fan of these bottles. I think they have some good presence. They really kind of stand out, and they just look nice on your shelf. And they look, to me, more expensive than what you would expect to pay for them, at least at the discount price. Under $50 for something that looks like this, to me, it's a pretty good win. You get into that price point, and the presentations can get a little bit crazy and cheap looking sometimes, but not with these. Okay, without further ado, let's get this one on, and we'll see how it is. Nice atomizer as well, and click on cap. So it does open up with a nice aromatic, kind of fruity, fresh, silver smell. You know, I think Platinum, and I think the branding of this kind of really aligns with how this one smells initially. It has this clean, kind of slight effervescence, a little bit of a sparkly brightness, but then also, you know, an aromatic, kind of woody, heavier undertone. A little bit of a sweetness, a little bit of like a clean, laundered clothes type of smell, also like lavender, clary sage type of accord going on. And yeah, I don't know. It's nice to me. It's not super exciting, though. It's not something that you're going to want to rush out and purchase, especially at retail right now, at least initially. I mean, don't get me wrong, it smells great, but also at the same time, it's not really something that is providing a whole lot of substance to me, at least initially here. But I do like that it is kind of taking the approach of I guess what is more so popular right now, and that is the aromatic focused scents. You might get tired of it. It might be something that's very boring to you, but it is a style that is in right now, and it's something that works. I mean, you know, you think of something similar to your, I don't know, your Ralph's Club style, you know, your even YSLY EDP and EDT. And I'm not saying that it smells like those inherently, because it doesn't, but that style, really leaning heavily on aromatics and some bits and pieces of sweetness here and there to create something that is mass pleasing, but also very versatile and just something that everybody's going to get along with. That's kind of the category that this one fits into. So we'll take a look at the note breakdown here. We only have 3. Up top we have violet leaves, in the mid we have clary sage, in the base we have cedar wood. So get a pretty good mix of most of those. One thing I will say though is the violet leaves is not your typical violet leaf accord. For me, when you think of a violet leaf scent, you know, Burberry Touch, or there's a million of them out there, that generally when you smell that note, you kind of pick up on it immediately, and sometimes it kind of dominates the scent. That's not the case here. It's not that same style. It doesn't give off the same type of ozonic feel that violet leaf usually does. It's a little bit more green here and less watery, and again, to use the word ozonic to me. So it's a different style, and it's used in a different way. Again, the clary sage, for sure, pick up on that. And I would think along with that, a lavender or geranium wouldn't be out of the question. And then again, definitely a woodiness. That cedar wood is kind of doubling on the woody kind of accord that it's giving off, and also a little bit of a sweetness, a little bit of a spicy kick as well. This is very much reminding me of something in particular, and I cannot pinpoint it. And from the very first spray, it was reminding me of something. Not sure what it is, though. It's not any of the others that I was referencing, you know, the Ralph's Club Y Eau de Parfum. It's not anything like those, but there is something in particular about this one that is reminding me of something. And I don't know what it is. There's this I don't know, there's not really a coconut accord to me, but there is something in here that is different, and it's something that I'm not the biggest fan of. So I'm gonna look on here and we'll see what it's reminding other people of on Fragrantica. So the first one is Acqua Essenziale Colonia, and I could see why you would maybe think that just looking at the presentation and even the notes to some extent, but to me that's not it. That one is very much watery. It's a little bit more fresh, doesn't have as much of that sweetness going on, and even more aromatic. Not really it to me. Next up we have Zenya Womo, I believe that one is. Yep, and similar deal. I'm not getting that. What else do we have? We've got Abercrombie & Fitch First Instinct, which is an interesting one. And it's kind of strange, but also could have some merit to it. Now, there's no melon in this, but there is kind of some of that sweetness. And yeah, I don't know. I could kind of see where some people are going with that. So I just realized what this is kind of reminding me of. It has a little bit of like a fig accord to me, and that's something that I'm just picking up on. I don't know if it's in there or not. I don't know if that's intended to smell that way, but fig is a note that I just do not really like. Anything from cheapies like Guess 1981 Indigo over to more expensive ones from you know, Acqua di Parma. They have a very popular fig fragrance, I'm sure that you know of, and anything else in between. Oftentimes, whether it's being used at the forefront or not, if I can pick up on it, I can smell it, and I don't like it that much. So I don't know if that's in here or not, but again, there's one particular part of this that is a little bit off-putting to me. Not that it's something that inherently smells bad, but it's just a certain type of accord or combination that I don't care for personally. And that's kind of what's hanging me up. Aside from that little bit, though, everything else, the aromatics, the woods, everything of that nature, I like a lot. But it's that certain particular little piece of sweetness that kind of reminds me of a fig type of note that I just don't care for. So again, at this retail price, not one that I would say is going to be all that exciting to rush out and get. Now, we have had a few releases, new releases this year, that I would say are worth retail price. Carolina Herrera CH Min Passion is one that for sure to me is worth retail. Really nice iris one, right? That is one that I would definitely say if you wanted it, that retail price would hold up in terms of the value that you get. With the Montblanc Explorers, it's a different story, and no exception here. I would wait till this one hits discounters. If you can get it for $45, I think that's a great price point. You're going to get great versatility, great performance. Hopefully, we'll have to see. I'm not even sure what the concentration is on this one. Eau de Parfum. So yeah, you might get good out of this one. Not to mention that sweetness that it has here. I think it'll go pretty far longevity-wise. You'll get decent quality for the price. You know, all of that to say, for that price, I think it would be worth it. As of right now, though, it's not one that I would be rushing into. I think that's going to do it for me, though, guys. Montblanc Explorer Platinum. Not bad. Not one of my favorites, but I can see this one having some appeal once you can get it for, you know, mid-range, slightly below mid-range price. If it wasn't for one particular part of this one, I think I would like it a lot more, but there's something that's kind of throwing me off. I think that's going to do it for me, guys. Explorer Platinum. I do have a mailing list you can hop on if you do want to be notified of when new releases hit discounters, like maybe this in the future or anything else. Hit the first link down below, sign up anytime something like that happens, or just great deals, hard to find things in general pop up. I do send out an email. Just recently, the past month, we've had La Nuit de l'Homme Bleu Electrique, Dior Homme Parfum. We've had the brand new Coach Green already show up to discounters. Issey Miyake I think Low Dissy Vetiver came up as well. Stronger With You Amber. You know, all of those types of things. If you want to be first dibs to get them before they do sell out quickly, hit the mailing list. Okay, thank you guys so much for watching. Stay safe, stay healthy. We'll see you tomorrow with another one. Take care.